How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Happy Hour Disc Golf. Currently filming this. We didn't film an intro. You should be used to it by now. We don't always film stuff that we need to. Happy 4th of July. I'm recording this on, what is today? Tuesday. Happy 4th. Got the back nine coming out to you, so I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll get right to the video.
All right, we are back. Hole 15, par 4, 495. Pretty much a dog leg right. This is a tricky tee shot just because of these trees in the way. Dylan's going to put his a little too left and hit a tree. Two trees. You can see he's not happy. Aubin is going to try and learn from that mistake. Try to put it a little bit more to the right. Get Shane a good look up there in the fairway. Throws a pretty good shot here. Gets down a decent ways.
Nice shot.
Yep.
After Dylan hit the trees, I wasn't left with the best lie, so I had to stand still.
Oh.
As you can hear, a fantastic
That
kick.
was a fantastic kick.
Shane here throwing a putter approach with this pilot. He's going to find a tree. It's like the 10th one today. Now Dylan's going mutant here. He's got a spike hyzer angle. The basket's a little bit to the left, so it's a pretty severe one. Kind of hits a tree out to the right. Aubin going with the standstill, like he's going putter here. Lays a good one in there for Shane. Now you got mine. Unfortunate putt. You know, you'd like to see that fall. Shane, easy cleanup for their par. Hole 16, par 5, 627 feet, through a lot of trees. Right's going to be best. You're going to see Aubin hit a tree here. I'm going to try to learn from that mistake and go a little bit more to the right. But you guessed it, we hit another tree. They found theirs pretty quick. Shane had kind of a standstill, just tried to rip it with the mid-range as far as he could. Dylan was a little bit less fortunate with his angle, so he had to go Spike Hyzer Zeus. Another tree. You hear what I'm saying, I'm yelling. Shane with a good pitch out. Aubin's gonna get a little glancing blow off of the tree. They end up in a decent spot. I kind of just have to rip a forehand, and it actually works out pretty well, surprisingly. As you can see, ended up pin high, just really low. See, he threw a good one up there. Shane and Aubin, they're scrambling like crazy. Shane happens to hit a tree. I can't count how many times we've hit one today. So Aubin's just going to go with another pitch up. Try not to hit any. I'm super good at tracking the discs, if you haven't seen. Unfortunately, Aubin's going to find another tree. Shane is going to clean out their bogey. Sucks to see, but they had some trouble. And then I'm going to tap out Dylan and I's par. Hole 17 out here is pretty cool. It's a 440-foot par 4. Tee shot kind of forces you to go right side with a flip up to hyzer.
Perfect.
You can push to the basket since it's a little downhill, but it does take a pretty big rip. Dylan likes his, as you can hear. Aubin gonna follow the same route, but with a fairway driver. He loves hitting trees. Aubin's been hitting them all day. Shane with the pilot. You kind of heard what happened. Hit a tree. I've got my Dillo out. Since the basket's down low and it is elevated, I tried to give it like a soft bid with the putt, but it kind of got away from me. Aubin left with a tricky one, so he's going to offer the straddle out putt. It looks like it went out pretty far, but it didn't. Dylan's not happy that it didn't roll away more. He's got this for our bird. Can't get it up once again. Shane to save their par. And he does it. Very good, very good. Hole 18, par 4, 627. Downhill, you're going into this little valley. Pretty tight with the trees. Normally when you get to hole 18 at a course, you're looking forward for your round to be over. Unfortunately for us, we got to keep going a little bit, but that just means more birdies to come. Both of them are kind of go for a fairway finder. Dylan went fairway driver, Aubin went mid-range, I think. I'm left with the forehand, curl, standstill. It's been happening a lot. Shane also going to have to go with the standstill forehand. So he busts out the Calvin Destroyer. Throws a pretty good lace line there. Third standstill forehand of the hole. Dylan's busting out the Firebird. He's not happy with it, but no worries. Aubin up the hill for their birdie. Just going to be a little bit short on that one. Me to save our par.
Thank you,
Speaks for
Cameron.
itself. Finally made it to hole 1, par 4, 401 feet, uphill, going through this gap. Dylan finds the big tree. Aubin gonna try to learn from his mistake. Throws it right into the ground. Shane with the recovery second shot. He's going Thunderbird, I believe. Just try to shoot the gap. He gets up there a decent ways. Apologies for the wind. If you can guess what disc I'm throwing here, $100 to you. It's the curl. You're welcome. Aubin, third shot, up the hill, flicking his distortion. He's trying to run it. Dylan's going to try to make our birdie, but can't quite. Shane and Aubin are tapped in for par.
Good run.
Hole 2 out here is a bit of an oddball, 493-foot par 4. Tee shot's tricky. You have to beat a bunch of trees. There's not a great line. Dylan finds one. Aubin gonna try to push through a little bit farther, which he does, but he is gonna hit some scraggly branches. I'm going Warbird, Spikeiser. I think it's too low, but it actually turns out to be a pretty great shot. The course is right next to a park, and like there were some grad parties going on, so you got some kids in the background. Shane's going Cloudbreaker, Spikeiser, pushes it a little bit far into the right. You got him asking outside or inside. It's always courteous to ask, just so you don't want to commit a foot fault or a violation. Always best to ask, just in case. Aubin gonna line this one up. This is for their bird. He really wants it. Little low on the post. Dylan for a very much needed birdie. Absolutely love to see it.
Good.
Hole numero 3, 281-foot par 4. You're thinking 281 feet, that's super short, but the elevation is crazy. I think it's like 50 feet uphill, so you really got to make sure you get your drive up in the air or else you're going to turf it. Me and Aubin both do a very good job of getting it up in the air. Shane's going with the trusty zone.
Sit.
You know what happened. Hate to see it.
I'll just
Left.
Dylan doesn't know what line to
Low
throw.
left.
if I go
He's
long,
getting mad at me, you know.
Just
Tensions are flaring. But in the end, he throws a good shot,
That's it.
and that's all that
That's it.
matters. Aubin isn't mad at Shane for hitting a tree right off the bat. He's going to flick his distortion up. I keep yelling sit on these ones just because you really don't want them to roll away. My putt here to go back-to-back birdies. Cha-ching. Shane is going to try to get their par in, and he succeeds. The last hole of the day, hole 4, 258-foot par 3 downhill. I'm just going to let this one play out. Dylan hits an early tree. I will compensate a little bit. Aubin laces one right down the middle. It's pretty good.
So long.
I'm not going to lie. Didn't have much, hit a tree. Third shot here from me and Dylan. Hits a tree. Fourth shot, try to make the putt. Go long. Finally getting down to Shane's, or Aubin's drive, Shane's putt. I didn't even feel like turning the camera. I wasn't in a good mood. Dylan for a double bogey. You don't see it, we tap out the triple.
All right, post first round recap. We just got back from Sheets. me and Dylan had 2 rough holes. We finished 3 over. Not the best performance. Aubin?
I don't know how we finished.
They finished 1 under. It's a little rainy now, kind of sucks, but we're gonna go into the scramble with high hopes. Hey guys, Editor Cameron back again. Figured I'd do a proper outro. I hope you guys did enjoy that. I sounded a little bit more chipper in that video than the last. Shane was like, oh, you sound like Nathan Queen being boring. So I tried to spice it up a little bit. Also, you've seen me, Shane, Aubin, and Dylan, and Kendall was in our first video. There is another member, like part of the founders, Sosa, but he's been kind of busy, so we haven't been able to film with him. So hopefully soon you guys get to see him in a video, because he's quite the personality. But subscribe if you haven't already, like the video. Videos are going to be coming out pretty hot. We're getting into the summer, so nice and beautiful weather to film. So I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll catch you later.